the stage. He doubles as your host and also your MC for the evening. Please give it up for Mr. Shagadelic. Welcome to Puro Slam, ladies and gentlemen.
Poetry Slam started back in like 1991 around the country, and so from 91 to 98 they were popping up all over the country, and so by 99 when this one started there were maybe about 45 to 50 in the country. We here in San Antonio have a reputation as being probably one of the, if not the hardest slam to read at in the country. We have had features. There's a traveling circuit of poets who will go from city to city, and the slams pay them $50, $100 to perform in their city, and they come in the city and people treat them like rock stars. We've had 3 very famous features come to San Antonio and walk off the stage in the middle of their set because the audience did not like what they said and they were harsh and rude to them. So we have a reputation as being the hardest place in the country to read. What we do every Tuesday night, we open our doors at 9:30. Anybody from off the streets can come up, sign their name down to read poetry and compete in our 3-round competition. Everybody signs up and reads in the first round. Then we pick 5 random people from the audience to assign scores to the poets. They do the unthinkable, points to poetry. At the end of the first round, we eliminate to 6. Then we do another round, we eliminate to 3. And at the end of the night, we give away prizes, cash, records, stuff I buy at the Dollar Tree, stuff I buy at half-price books, stuff people give to me that they don't want. That is what we give away for prizes.
The weirdest thing I ever won, a human being. I got a human being for a weekend. It was fun. It wasn't a girl, so it wasn't that fun, but I got a human being.
I want a clean sheet of paper. This one's got the blood of history on it. This one's been crumpled up by an angry hand, and even when I try to press it flat upon my desk, it's still got all those creases permanently etched into its wings, and that can't be good for flying. I want a piece of paper that can fly. If I can muster up the wind to make it fly, if I can breathe a little altitude into its depths, tie it to my soul by a string and let it beat and pop against the sky. I want a clean sheet of paper. This one's already been used. I don't mind recycled, but I just can't tolerate regurgitated pulp. How am I supposed to turn it into a bird and make it sing if there's already pigeon poop all over it? Excuse me, but this one already says who I'm supposed to be, teacher. I thought you were supposed to teach me I could be anything I was willing to work my ass off for, teacher. I'll be here every day, but I want every day to be a clean sheet of paper. I'll dust off the shadows of the past myself like I was beating 2 erasers, and I'll meet you at the blackboard. I'll meet you at your desk. I'll meet you in the middle of any book you dare to open up before my eyes. I know there's light inside the darkness, so that's fine, and I want to set the world on fire, not so much as an arsonist, but as a lyrical pyromaniac. This is not a game of limbo, teacher, so don't bring along any low expectations of me. I'm liable to crush them underneath my shoes and utilize the backside of your underestimations as another piece of paper I can use. I want to gargle and swish the ink around my brain and spit out my own stain. I want a surface that's ready and willing to believe anything I have the power in me to make it believe. And trust me, I can convince a sheet of paper that it's still a tree. Make it sprout new leaves in the warm springtime of my breath. Just let me have it. Just let me get the fingers of my mind on it, and I'll twist it with my tongue into a complicated piece of verbal origami. Here's a poem that's a boat you can use to sail the stars. Here's a little swan who never sings its final song. And this poem is an acrobat who trusts eternally in the invisible hand of love to always catch it when it falls. Don't let me hit the ground, teacher. Sometimes the best way to open up to other people's stories is to be allowed to write your own. All I'm asking for is that clean sheet of paper. I want to gargle and swish the ink around my brain and spit out my own stain, because every hour of our living dares us to leave a mark.
In between the rounds, we have other people who sacrifice poetry. Tonight, for example, we have a folk singer who's going to sing us some horrible folk songs. We have comedic acts. We have bands that don't know how to play their instruments. We have people trying to improvise who've never improvised a poem before in their lives. We do anything we possibly can do up on the stage.
They called us freaks! Freaks. And this made us proud. But it's been too many years since we beat it on down that line, and now it's a new millennium, and Billy's doing time, and beaten by the man, and Heather's not so fine, being beaten by her man, and I find myself alone, beaten by the realization that I may be a man on my own. It's 4:20 in the morning, and I find myself stranded outside of Planet K in downtown San Antonio. Where did my hippies go? John Lennon, dead. Abby Hoffman, dead. Timothy Leary, crazy, and then dead. And now all we have left is Joan Baez, and we never even wanted her in the first place. But now I must face the fact that this hippie fiction we created in our heads may be long left for dead, and I dread what's to become of the children in my kindergarten class. More inclined to use fingers for guns instead of peace signs, bearing arms for headlocks instead of hugs, and now the only drugs I need are the psychedelic seeds my heroes planted, urging me to take pride in my hippie past and hold fast to the belief that I should not shut up, nor cease in demanding an answer to that age-old pop question, what is so funny about peace, love, and understanding?
If you've never heard of a poetry slam, or if you've never heard of Puro Slam, and you think you've been to a reading maybe at a Barnes & Noble, or you've seen something on TV, we are unlike any other poetry reading there is. It's rowdy. You are free to express yourself. The poetry runs the gamut from what you would expect poetry to be like to stuff you would never hear anywhere else, either in an inspiring good way or in a horrible bad way. But either way, you will walk out of there thinking, wow, I've never heard that before in my life.
Some of the poets are hysterical. They're very good. They're very creative. They know how to put on a great performance.
Words can too kill, and I'm going for master status. I want to be the word that gives you bad cholesterol, the word you reluctantly masticate, the one you almost choke on but who makes it through still, somehow labyrinths through larynx landing deep in your ribs. Maybe it balances on one for a while, the word that sucks to be you. I want to be the word you find 7 years later in an old box under your bed, the one you see magic in again. I am the word you will resurrect, stronger now that I'm wise with experience, I hope, and I've been hurt before. The word bruised, the fragile apricot, shame I coulda, woulda been so sweet, was sure to been so sweet, but then you stopped to grab your camera, and in that moment fell my overtime. I turned sour past my prime, but at least you have a picture, which, though known to last forever, can't compare to my forever. Pictures and their various lame cliches ain't got nothing on me. If I could reproduce asexually, I'd be a word who could speak 1,000 words. Flash long gone and still you crave the sweet of my peel. I'm the word you could have tasted. Somebody gave me ojo, Grandma says. I shoulda rolled from your red carpet tongue. Instead, I fell from your fork, rolling, fucking rolling like that damn yellow circle happy face from the commercials. I'm the word that might stab that fucker if he came too close, but I just can't resist his low prices. I'm the word who still loves the monkey bars every once in a while, and when nobody's looking, the word who hangs upside down by her legs and sways, red face, crimson cheeks, overwhelmed by the frequent flex of a smile. I want to be the word that makes you want to make more. I am the word you always thought you couldn't say because they told you couldn't say it. I am that word, and I bet you don't even know what I mean. So, I want to be the word that tells you, because I know you won't ask, because they told you it's rude. So first, I want to be the word that tells you it's okay to ask, and then I'll be the word that answers you at least the best it can. But it is merely a pronoun, and I want to be a word more than merely a pronoun. Pinky out when I drink, can't I be proper? I want to be the word that makes you fly, the word that makes you pie. I'm the word you forgot you saved in the fridge from dinner last night. Cold dessert digested like muses incognito in cake. They think they're incognito in cake. like the siren's ship. That is a catchy tune. I'm the word that waters green and gives some shade. In politics, fingertips and elbows, shade to darken or even shade to brighten things up for you too, because I'm the shade with an eraser, a shade that can't be drawn without being promptly erased. I'm the word who won't go down without being erased. So I want to be the word that decapitates pencils page wide of those convenient erasers, some fool thought up. Genius? Shit. Let's create a tool that makes buyers feel like they can't write poetry. The word who whispered encouragement in your dreams. I'm the word you're still sure was a dream. The word you keep trying to tell the server you didn't order. The one they overcooked. I say I must have mine rare. The sharp cornered coffee table leaving trails down your shin in blue. The word you apply icy hot to, pulsing like sore muscles or a good orgasm. The word that keeps you up. The word that wakes you up. The one that makes you want to make more. Nouns, pro and proper, playground to pie and guilty low prices, bad cliches and their mother too. I want to be the word that makes you want to make more.
What do you think about that? Clap for the poet. Clap for all the poets.
What do I love about slam? I've slammed in a couple places, and in general, what I love about slam is that there's like a no bullshit sort of factor across slam. So like as soon as you say something, you can tell whether that emotionally strikes or not.
Every week it's something different, and every week you hear a lot of crap every week, and you also hear some really amazing gifted writers.
First couple times stuck my head in there, it's kind of off-putting. I'm going, I'm pretty liberal, but damn. I went in there and I kept listening to things, and the shock factor is probably what drew me back.
The slam is a wonderful spoken word sport. You guys should come out, and every now and then you'll get some spit on your face, but you can wipe it off as soon as you walk out through the doors, and it'll be a fun night. So come.
Gentlemen, that's it for Slam. Spread the word. We're free every Tuesday night. Email list at the door. Thank you all very much. See you next Tuesday. PuroSlam.com.